Given the strong evidential links between youth crime and lack of engagement in education, our main focus is to stop young people offending and ensure that they enter into or remain in education, employment or training.
I've got Keiran coming. I could probably get a couple of others, one or two others.
We went to rob one car, got to chase us CID, Michael got caught and I got away.
Over the last 5 years, we've developed excellent multi-agency links with schools, the police, the youth offending team, childcare services, to name a few.
Me, Keiran, Danny and a few others, we all looked the same because we all walked around with the same clothes and the same hoods. So they just thought it was, they just named who they thought it was. And most of the times it was me and Danny, you know what I mean?
I'm Michael's uncle, and in his genes is criminality, because I was a career criminal. I got arrested in 1996, I got 13 years. From 1996 to today when he's here, I've been involved with Matt, social services, and all the rest of the official people that have been involved.
Being established in the community helps me move young people into education, training and employment. I see myself really as a positive role model, and it's good to be making an impact with the youths in the community what I've grew up in.
We have a strong, experienced team with the skills that enable them to work with some of the most challenging, hard-to-reach families in Rochdale.
I've recently started working with a family that have come over from Kenya and asylum seekers. They've had to move out of their homeland because of the trouble and the war that's currently going on there. As well as the issues that young people face in Rochdale, having the transition from moving from somewhere that's so different from the UK, and then the language barriers and the culture barriers, just small steps with this young person is giant leaps.
PAYP mainly target, obviously, the hardest to reach NEET young people and young people who are potentially NEET, who are potential young offenders or have already offended.
Got me asthma when calmed down a little bit, and when that didn't help, and then I just kept on breaching it for about 6 times, and then about lost it, and then just carried on, just breaching my asthma, wasn't it? My brother Stephen, oh, I can't mention him. Makes me upset him. I used to rob allotments with him and that.
And every time I went home to get something to eat, they went out in and there was people sat in the living room all shouting their heads off. So when I walked in, I didn't like it. But with me being on my ASBO, I had to keep to it, but I didn't. I went outside and then I was breaching my ASBO, then breaching my curfew, so I was getting arrested.
This estate, it's not an estate, it's a state of mind, this estate, you know what I mean? It's the way people think, the way people are brought up, and the things that kids watch. You know what I mean? It's just one college of further education to another, and on this estate, it's all about criminality.
I met a partner, and the kid's dad didn't like it, so he chased us off the estate, so we moved to Nottingham, where my family is.
When I moved to Nottingham, yeah, I went on a run down Nottingham.
Young people who come here are permanently excluded from mainstream school and come here to finish off their education. I support the participation strategy by targeting key stage 4 young people most likely to become NEET.
Stephen's just come out of prison. I've never seen him so happy on a Sunday. I've never seen Stephen laugh and joke as much as what he did that Sunday night.
Me, Melissa and Emily, and my mum was getting dressed, ready to go to school.
I was all in the front room before Stephen was asleep on the floor. And I didn't want to wake him up because he was getting bad moods, Stephen, so I didn't wake him up till everybody was ready for school. He don't like talking about Stephen Keiran, he don't like talking about him. He does like going visiting the grave, but he still is a big brother at the end of the day, isn't it?
I got over it. We asked me did I want counselling. I said no. Counselling didn't help me.
It's a bit far to travel into to take flowers in Nottingham to Haywood Cemetery. So we'll come back up here to be with Stephen.
It got better, and when it just got a little bit better. So I was off the streets all the time, and when I met Matty, and when Matty took me off the streets more.
Because I was proud of myself that I did it, because otherwise I'd have just been sat on the moss, causing trouble, smoking weed and drinking beer. But now that's not the life I want to live, you know what I mean? Just I want to get a job and sort my head out.
So PAYP give us funding to get them to do activities and accreditations, and some of those have done the drug awareness, Duke of Edinburgh. A lot of these young people are exclusions from school or just go about drinking, smoking, draw. So we give them alternative activities to do, and that's what they do.
Well, basically we've both been bad, we've both been to prison, and now it's different.
Louise got me into sports, and now I've stopped playing football, but I'm playing rugby for an open age team.
And what they do is they come onto the 6-week programme and help the little ones.
Keiran don't drink, he don't smoke, and he don't take drugs, so all his money is his own money. He's done his own bedroom up, goes to school every day, there's no trouble on the bus. Everybody is so pleased with him, it's unbelievable.
Well, Keiran could be looking now at a college place for when he leaves school. If he hadn't been attending school, that wouldn't have been possible.
And I'm not re-offending.
So I just hope that it works out for him, because he deserves it for what he's been through.